4. I am Francis Oyima, Edit, coming to you live from Rio, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headlines. Court extends interim order against INEC PDP over 26 defected Rivers lawmakers. Ondo Commissioner for Infrastructure resigns over Credulu's death. Plus, Chinese smartphone giant Xiaomi unveils first electric car. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Many thanks for staying with us. We begin the news this afternoon from the judiciary, where Federal High Court in Abuja today extended the December 15 interim order stopping the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC and the People's Democratic Party PDP from taking any action steps against the 26 Rivers House of Assembly members who defected to the All Progressives Congress APC. Justice Donatus Okorowo extended the order following an application by counsel for the embattled lawmaker Steve Adehi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and supported by Ken Njemanze, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who appeared for the Rivers House of Assembly. Although PDP's lawyer Adeyemi Ajibade, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, opposed the application, Justice Okorowo agreed that based on Order 26, Rule 10 of the FHC, the court had the discretionary power to grant the plea in the interest of justice. The judge held that he was persuaded by the reasons given by Adehi and Njemanze that granting the order would be better in the interest of justice. In another development, President Tinubu and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio are expected to grace the unveiling of Peace in the Southeast Project Peace P in Abia State. The chairperson, Media and Communications Committee of Peace P, Mary Ikoku, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen in Umuahia. Ikoku described Peace P as a non-partisan advocacy organization working towards the restoration of peace in the Southeast through a non-kinetic approach. She stated that the unveiling ceremony would coincide with the grand reception organized in honor of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu. The chairperson also listed all the prominent Nigerians that are expected at the event, to include the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and members of both chambers of the National Assembly. However, from that, Vice President Kashim Shettima has commissioned the multi-million naira redesigned Kano Governor's Office complex at the Government House in Kano. There, the fees included a redesigned council chamber, an executive conference hall, and a VIP lounge. Recall that the complex was constructed by the first military administrator of the state, late Commissioner of Police Audu Bako, in 1967. The Vice President was assisted by Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf, Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibril, and Senator Kawu Samaila, among others. Shettima commended the political commitment demonstrated by Yusuf to ensure the timely execution of the project, noting that the remodeling of the governor's office with state-of-the-art equipment would provide a conducive working atmosphere for successive governors and staff to operate optimally. In a separate development, the federal government, through the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC), has fined British American Tobacco (BAT) and its affiliate companies $110 million. The FCCPC said the fine is for alleged infringement of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act, National Tobacco Control Act, and sundry legal instruments. The Commission said the British company must subject itself to compliance and monitoring for a period of 24 months, mandatory public health and tobacco control advocacy, as well as provisions of written assurances to the Commission. According to the Commission, it carried out an order and warrant of search and seizure approved by a federal high court at BAT locations and the location of a service provider on January 25, 2021. To the Green Chambers, where the House of Representatives Minority Caucus has condemned the killing of over 70 people in Gashi and Rope district of Buking Ladi and Boko's local government area of Plateau State. Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda said the time has come to end the killings in the state. He urged the military and all the security agencies to be unrelenting in tackling the crisis until victories are assured. In a statement he signed, the minority leader also called on the National Assembly security committees to commence a proper and detailed investigation into the persistent killings and proffer legislative solutions to end the same. In another development, Abia State Governor Alex Ati has signed the 2024 appropriation bill of 567.2 billion naira recently passed by the State House of Assembly into law. While signing the bill today, Oti said the 2024 budget would move Abia from its current level of underdevelopment to development. He noted that the budget ratio of 84% for capital expenditure and 16% for recurrent was not a mistake but a deliberate plan to accelerate the growth of Abia's economy within a short space of time. The governor maintained that every money borrowed to finance the budget would be channeled to capital expenditure, adding that the budget is expected to excite foreign and local investment, support large-scale and medium businesses, secure the state, and prepare Abia for the next level of development. In a related development, Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has signed into law the 2024 appropriation bill with an assurance that his administration is fully prepared to implement the budget for the realization of his administration's shared prosperity agenda. The 2024 appropriation Christian budget of sustainable growth and development was presented to the governor by the Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Adeoye Aribosoye, and other principal officers at the Executive Chamber of the Governor's Office at Ekiti. The 2024 budget estimate of 159.5 billion naira, out of which 56% is appropriated for recurrent expenditure and 44% for capital expenditure. Speaking while signing the budget, Oyebanji reiterated his administration's determination to ensure that the budget is fully implemented to drive sustainable growth and improve the standard of living for the people of Ekiti State. Meanwhile, the Enugu State Governor Peter Amba has signed a 521.5 billion naira Enugu State 2024 appropriation bill into law, saying it would engender disruptive economic growth, radical infrastructural development, and efficient service delivery. Mbahu said that the appropriation law, consisting 404.3 billion naira capital expenditure, representing 79% of the budget, and 107.2 billion naira representing 21% of the budget, would rely heavily on internally generated revenue (IGR), charge members of the executive arm of government on robust revenue mobilization and service delivery. Speaking during the budget signing, which was witnessed by members of the State Assembly led by the Speaker Uchenna Ugu, as well as commissioners and other top government functionaries at the Government House, Mba thanked members of the state legislature for their support across party lines. He said the expeditious passage of the budget was a product of executive legislature collaboration during the making of the budget estimates, listing the multiple gains expected from the budget.
Bill What this means to Ndi Enugu is we're going to be spending over 400 billion naira in the next year. So this is the first time in the state we are spending that size of funds for capital projects. We called this budget a budget of disruptive economic growth. And it's disruptive based on the reasons I've already given. The first time we're spending this size on our capex. It also means that we're going to have huge economic activities in Enugu State. So imagine an economy that is typically used to the spending of 20, 30 billion as capex, now going to witness a spend of 400 plus billion on the same capex.
State Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Rami Olayiwola, has resigned his appointment. This is coming less than 24 hours after Lucky Aiyedatiwa was sworn in as the new governor of Ondo State following the demise of Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Aminu, in a late address to the Secretary to the State Government, Princess Oladuni, said his resignation takes effect from today. He added that his decision was anchored on his conscience as his leader Akeredolu joined the scent triumphant. Moving on to the African scene, where the presidency of the Southern African nation has said that Zambian Foreign Minister Stanley Kakubo has resigned amid suspicions surrounding a business deal with a Chinese businessman having taken office in September 2021. Kakubo declared his decision to step down in a letter, citing malicious allegations linked to a business transaction. The move followed the circulation of a viral video showing two individuals counting bundles of cash on a table. According to reports from the Chinese embassy in 2022, over $3 billion was invested by more than 600 Chinese companies in Zambia. Still in Africa, 79 people have reportedly filed their candidacy for the February 2024 presidential election in Senegal before the Tuesday deadline. Reports said a number of applications submitted to the Constitutional Council has not been made public, but explained that the Caisse des Dépôts et Consignations received 79 applications. The applications include those of the main favorites for the 25 February 2024 election, Amadou Ba, a member of the ruling coalition, and Senegal's current Prime Minister, imprisoned opposition figure Ousmane Sonko, and former Dakar Mayor Khalifa Sall, among others. On the foreign scene, Colorado Republicans have appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court after the state's top court ruled that former U.S. President Donald Trump was ineligible to run for president. In his appeal, the Colorado Republican Party's legal team accused the state Supreme Court of fundamentally changing the course of American democracy. They noted that the decision would distort the 2024 presidential election and would mark courts' hands in political controversies over nebulous accusations of insurrection. Reports say Colorado is the only U.S. state to strike Trump from the ballot under a U.S. constitutional clause called the 14th Amendment, prohibiting anyone engaging in insurrection or rebellion from holding public office. Recall that last week the former president was disqualified from running in the state for his alleged role in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Still on the foreign scene, Britain has lifted some costly obstacles placed in school trips post-Brexit, but only for students from France, as campaigners call for all EU countries to benefit. The decision follows talks earlier this year over the issue between Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and French President Emmanuel Macron. French and EU nationals at schools in France across the Channel for a language learning holiday will now need to carry only a simple identity card, as was the case before the UK formally departed the European Union in 2021. While non-EU nationals attending French schools will still need a passport to enter the UK on a language learning holiday, as London has scrapped the need for them to have a visa costing £115. Still to come in the news, Osimhen ends 2023 as highest paid Super Eagles star. To stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us, and now to the concluding part of the news stories. On a business news, Chinese consumer electronics giant Xiaomi unveiled its first electric car model today, with its boss declaring ambitions of becoming a global automotive powerhouse despite fierce competition at home. Beijing-based Xiaomi, which is the world's fourth largest smartphone manufacturer, is also a leading provider of tablets, smartwatches, headphones and electric scooters. Recall that the company announced in 2021 its intended foray into electric vehicles, joining a trend that has seen several major Chinese tech companies pivot towards the highly competitive sector. Meanwhile, World Bank has also said that it has disbursed $1.45 billion from the $1.5 billion State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability Program Fund to the coffers of the federal government. The amount, which has been received so far as of December 12, 2023, is meant to assist state governments to achieve fiscal transparency and accountability. The bank also revealed its plans to extend the program end date to April 2024 in order to deepen the implementation of the sustainability strategy. The institution said payment was made in two tranches of $737.13 million and $717.51 million. In health, the pediatric pulmonologist at the University of Ibadan, Professor Adegoke Falade, has reiterated the importance of exclusive breastfeeding for infants as part of treatment for cold. He made the recommendation during an interview with newsmen in Ibadan. Falade, who is also an honorary consultant pediatrician at the University College Hospital Ibadan, listed all the treatments for the common cold to include cleaning of nasal discharge in infants and older children and administering home remedies. The pediatrics pulmonologist noted that the common cold, also known as archaeid coryza, is very common in children and is associated with low-grade fever, sneezing, nasal discharge, and cough. We move now to sport, where Napoli forward Victor Osimhen will end the year 2023 as the highest-paid Super Eagles star. Osimhen penned a new lucrative deal with Serie A champions Napoli on Christmas Eve. The new contract also places the powerful forward at the top of Napoli's payroll. The Nigerian is also currently the second highest-paid player in Serie A. According to Transfer Market, Osimhen is currently the most valuable African footballer globally. Still in sports, Kevin De Bruyne posted 27 points and 10 rebounds in the Phoenix Suns' 129-113 victory over the Houston Rockets. De Bruyne marked his career high of 16 assists to make it a triple-double, while Devin Booker added 20 points. The defeat is the Rockets' third in 4 games, despite impressive performances from Alperen Sengun with 24 points and Jalen Green with 23. On our entertainment news, the National President, Actors Guild of Nigeria AGN, Emeka Rollas, has expressed concern over the unwillingness of some Nollywood actors to subscribe to the Guild's health insurance plan for members across the country. He told newsmen today in Abuja that the Guild has substantive health maintenance organization HMOS that provides standard health insurance coverage on a monthly fee and also work insurance coverage for members. The AGN helmsman, who was reacting to the trend of ailing celebrities going on social media to solicit financial help, stressed that the Guild has an existing insurance plan for members. Rollas, however, lamented that in spite of the Guild's commitment to actors' welfare, many were unwilling to sign up for the scheme. And that's all we have for you this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. You've been watching Spectrum TV News at 4. I am Francis Oyima, edit. Many thanks and do enjoy the rest of your day.